Hello friends, it's JoJo Crosses and back again. We are doing the 20 Acre Island method here, and this is Stitches. Sorry, Stitched, not Stitches. Stitches is his own person. Anyways, today we are working up here in this little spot. You can see my little red dot there, and it is the area of the island that says number 15 on the right, blue, Citycore, nooks, and in-game path. So yeah, that's exactly what needs to go over here in this little area. And I'm gonna roll my dice here really quick and just see what are going to be the requirements for hills. So let's do that. That's gonna be detrimental here. A 2. Carolee. All right, so 1 cliff. Okay, I can do that. So let me put this stuff away. So we're gonna go ahead and get going on this island. I have never done any sort of Citycore, not really. I would say the closest I've gotten to would be maybe some town core, but that's about it. The first thing I do need to do is Nooks has to go over here, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and terraform. My idea is to put it on the second floor of this area, since I have to do a second floor anyways. But I don't want to take up, like, I don't want it to be smack dab in the middle, I don't think. So let me see what I have going on here. I mean, we've got this, but this is gonna be jungle over here. So just trying to figure out like how this is gonna work, you know? All right, I think we're gonna start in this corner, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put down some cliff back here. And you will see what we'll do with the rest of this here in just a little bit, but for right now, and it's gonna be a more simple Citycore area because I don't have so much room. And in order to do like a true Citycore, I feel like you kind of need like a lot of space, right? So yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a situation. Okay, let's see. Actually, I could have gone over the 2 more. And then this is my walkway. All right, now I want to kind of look and see where the middle of this is, because that's important. I mean, not super important, but you know, it's just, let me see where it's showing. It's hard with my little dot, kind of gets in the way. I think it's here. Let's see what that looks like. It looks pretty even. So, okay, now we need to do a second couple of rows, I'd say, just to make sure there's enough room for nooks up here. Because I'm going to put it up on the second floor. Okay, I got the shop. I'm going to stick it right here. This is the spot. Perfect. Nice. Okay, very good. And then I'm going to probably extend that out a little bit. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can or not to get incline in here. Too close to each other. Structures. What? Yeah, it won't let me because it doesn't have enough of a front end on this, I don't think. So, I'm actually going to have to extend it out 1 more notch just to make sure it will work. I think the front part of this is all walkway, so they're not going to let me put the incline right there. Which is sad. I wish they would, because, you know, it could go right into it. It would be really cool. Okay, and then now let's see. It also will not let me center this, sadly enough, because it's 2 by 2. I mean 2 by 4, I think. Yeah, that's too far over. I think we're gonna go, like, we're gonna do this where it's on the side. That way I don't feel bad about it being off. Let me go one more over. Far over as it'll go. There we go. This is the spot. Okay, perfect. Let me just pay this little guy off. Hey guys, would you look at what just appeared here overnight? I fast forwarded to get the store moved in and put an incline in. I am at 5 stars, y'all. Look at the barren wasteland that is the middle of this island. There's nothing in here. That's crazy. That's crazy. So basically, that's all you need to do, guys. That's all you need to do. Just a couple of acres. Good to go. All right. So, yeah, there's that. That's cool. Okay. Anyways, I got this in. I got nooks in. We will be doing some things with the facade of this shortly. But what I need to do is build this out a little bit to match the other side, because they're going to be basically next door to each other, and I want it to look kind of similar or equal. So, because there's a lot of that, you know, I feel like most buildings are kind of like that. So let me just build this out. I think I'm going to need, what am I going to need? I'm going to need 2 more. Maybe 3? Where do I need 3? Yeah, 3 to be even. Whoops. Not that one. Alright, this one. Oh my gosh, my girl. My girl. Concentrate, girl. Alright, so that will be the build out for this part up here. We will see. You know, I think I'm only required to put a second level on, but I think I actually might do a 3rd level up here just because I need it for other reasons. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this bottom portion here, and then I'm going to continue climb on up and do the top as well. So let me do that. Actually, and I need a couple more inclines. Maybe only 1 incline. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm going to go grab 1 for sure right now. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, so I am going to go ahead and put in 2 more of these inclines. So I'm going to put 1 here on the very end of this side. Make sure it just doesn't look too weird. Yeah. The whole thing could end up looking weird, but I have an idea of what I want to do, so I just need to figure that out. All right, let me pay off Lloyd. I'm going to travel the next day, put another incline in, travel the next day. All right, we're going to put up the last incline here and get this paid off. And then we should be ready to put in some of the roadway. I want to get that in first. And we're supposed to be using in-game pathing. So, which I can do that no matter what. I'm not sure if I'll put an overlay over it or if I'm just going to try to put some white lines over it instead. So that's to be decided. I have to kind of look into it. I have not given this Acre much thought at all, to be honest with you. This is just going to be one of those things. I might need to just fast forward and get past this day here. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and put our little roadway here. Now, I think I'm going to put this part as a road, and then I'm going to put a little road down lower too, towards our little camping area. That'll be our, you know, our, I don't know, ending road. I really have no idea. Let's see, where are we here? I need to make sure that I have enough space for a sidewalk. This is not right. Okay. I'm going to need to, because the sidewalk's going to go where I am here. So we need to go this direction. Yeah. All right. And I want it 3 wide just so I can put the white lines in the middle, make it look more like a street, especially since I'm using this kind of cobblestone-y, you know, cement. Now, what I need to do is find a sidewalk that does not have the little peephole in it. Does that make sense? Like the little place where you can see light on it. That is how you know if it can bleed through. Okay, Lloyd, you're driving me nuts, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get right by him, I don't think. I'll have to do that when I fast forward. Anyway, that is how you know it will overlap the edge of the road. So, which is what I would like it to do. I don't want it to have that grass edge on it in between. So I might have to hunt for that a little bit. So, just so you know, I'm going to be doing that. And so I'll have to do that in the background, but there's a part of a road here. Oh, she's looking at the little grasshopper. Okay, and yeah, I think this part right here, we're just going to make like more of a just sidewalk / cemented in area. And yeah, so that'll be good. All right, let me go to the next day really quick. All right, guys, it has been a little bit. I had to come back to the video here, so there are the time is a little later in the evening, obviously, but we are going to. I laid down this path and I fixed the edges a little bit and stuff like that. I just wanted to have the path down just so you can kind of see it on the map, but we're gonna put pathing over this too. So I went and got this path here. It is this street, and then there's some sidewalk path and some of these little broadstone buildings. So we're gonna be using that. I'm not sure if I did this the way I needed to. I think I may have to change the stairwells, but let me see. What I need to do first of all is put down my path. So we're gonna go ahead and do our sidewalk, and that's this one down here. I think it's this. Yeah. Wait, is that? Yeah, that's the one, I do believe. Let me try laying it down and see what happens here. Yeah, that's the edge that's going to kind of touch the street. So we're going to have this edge as our sidewalk. And then I have another pathing similar, just without the little dark edge on it that joins to the asphalt. So we'll tack that on and kind of fill in some of the space up here. But we're going to take this all the way to the edge, and let's see, I think I could only go out to here probably. I kind of want to keep it kind of even. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the street part first. So let's do the corner. That's this one. And then we're going to go ahead and do the lined part, which is just going to be this little edge here. And so we'll go ahead and do this. I made it 3 wide so that I could put, oh, there's Molly. Hi, Molly girl. I did it 3 wide so that I can do the lines in the middle. So hopefully it'll all kind of mesh together, you know. But yeah, this is a very small city acre, so there's not a ton of room to like do a full city or something like that. That is the wrong one. I didn't need there too, by the way. We're gonna do it this one. There we go. Yeah, you really need a lot more space, honestly. Oh my gosh, my girl. How often do I do these things? Okay, and Patty just wants to get in the way here. She's very curious today. It's not your turn yet, Miss Patty. Not your turn. We're not in the farm area yet. We're in this big city. You don't even belong over here. You're a country girl. All right, and then we're gonna do the bottom lined area here, and so we'll get this part down. I couldn't find the path that had the top line with the sidewalk over here, but I do have just another little like sidewalk looking path. So hopefully it'll join together okay by the time we're done here. I know there's like a ton of them out there, but I liked this one. I thought it was darker, you know, asphalt, which I wanted and stuff like that. So I want you to be able to see the street. Oops, I don't need that there. I need this one. There we go. Okay, and then let me get my little line over here, and then we'll just do the middle. And that will kind of take care of the road. This is just like literally one street going in this direction. I might extend it up like where I am a little bit, but you know, I gotta see what happens here. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't really need the other one too much. Let's see, let's do every other, I suppose, and that should give us the lines we need to look like a road. At least I hope so. Again, this is out of my wheelhouse. I am not a town girl. This is more like Horrible Gaming does Amazing Cities, or Kaylee Games. She always does pretty good Citycore, Town Core, all that. This is new for me. So, oh, is that a different color asphalt? What the heck? It kind of looks a little different. Maybe I need to do... Nope, I don't have anything better, so it is just going to have to work, sadly enough. Huh, it is slightly different. Like maybe they made that off, but it is the same creator, so that's kind of a bummer. Ah, okay, well, shoot. I maybe need to go back to that creator's thing. Let me go see if I can fix this. Okay, this is the one that made the road, and what's interesting is, like, you know, all these pieces up here, but you have to kind of go down here to get the dark piece for the middle, which I think is what I have. So unfortunately, I think it's just a little bit off, a little bit different. So let me see if it changes anything. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe I just didn't have the right one in there. All right, and then this is like the tiles for the sidewalk. They're just in a couple different places. So anyways, okay, let's try that and see if that helps. We'll go out of here and see if it actually fixed that. I should be able to tell once I come out if it changed my road, because if you replace it, it should, I think it did. Yeah, I must have had something from like another creator in there and I didn't realize I didn't change it or something. So anyways, it's fixed now. Okay, cool. Now in this area here, that's why I think I need to fix this a little bit, because I was going to put like some buildings in here, but I think I'm gonna put them up top, and I might even do a third story, I think, actually. So let me do some construction here really quick. Okay, girl, point the way. Oh my gosh. Really? I'm like, it is not wanting to cooperate today. Okay. Yeah, so there's that second story up there. I'm gonna see if I can get this to do what I would like it to do. Which is we're going to put some items up here to make kind of a double layer. The only problem is that I need a way to get up there, but maybe I'll be okay the way it is. So let me see. Do I have an? Of course I do not. I do not. Let me plop this down here maybe. Where is my? There it is. Okay, I'm just gonna lay down some pathing up here so that you can't, see the green grass through in case part of the building, shows it or whatever. And then we will plop down. There's a trick where you can put down the little bunk bed, and that will cause it to look like a rooftop, So I'm gonna get one of those loft beds with desk. Yeah. And I'm going to put another one here. Oh, no, I want it to go all the way over to the edge here. So let me see if I can get that to work. There we go. Okay. I might need to make another layer. I'm not sure. Let me see if it'll let me put the simple panels. Okay, simple panel. Yeah, it's going to make me do it. I had a feeling we were going to be a little tight on space up here, so you just kind of need a ledge to stand on or two, and then you can, break it down once you're done. But I'm going to go ahead and put a couple on here on either side just so I can get to it, and then we'll climb back up, and I'm going to try to get these simple panels in there. Yeah, I'll look at Filbert and Bo having a little conversation over there. So cute. Okay, so on this side, we're going to do this simple panel. All right, and then we'll push that back as far as we can. And then on this side, wait, you know what? I need to turn it. Oh, dang it. I need to turn it. If you don't turn it, then the front of it looks like it has that break in it. So, I'm going to have to keep getting back up and down, up and down, up and down. I know I'm not the only one, though. All right, let's put that there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll climb back up, push those back, and then I'm going to put my little simple panels in the front, and that will kind of help square that away. But they're supposed to look like brown stone, little condos or whatever, the apartments, or I guess they're houses. They're houses, right? So they're just, really famous New York City type apartments, I think, or houses, I mean. Okay, let's do that and push that up. Okay, it's as far as it'll go. And then this one, I think is the same. Let me see. Yeah. Oh no, that one has flowers on it. I was gonna do the flowers like down below, or yeah, down below, and then leave these ones up above. So let me put, I think I have another one in here. I just have to find which one it is. Is this one of them? Might be it. I gotta step away. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And then, okay, yeah. That looks good. I also want to put like a little planter box in front of it. So let me find plant partition. Let me see if that, whoops, why is it saying not enough room? I thought it would go there. Oh no, I think it's too wide maybe. Let me see what it has to be. No, it should fit. It might be because of the simple panels or something. Let me put my other simple panels down and then see if we can get it to go. This side is going to be a different color. I think it's these ones. Yeah. And then we'll do this one over here. Perfect. And then let me see if I extend this out a little bit, if that changes anything. Let me go to this. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh, it is going to let me dig there. Okay. I did not think it was going to let me dig. Hi, Filbert. He's just like, coming on through, people. Okay, let's see it. Whoops, that's not plant partition. All right. And then let me see if I can push it back. Okay, but then I don't think it's going to let me take that off. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to leave it not there. So, yeah, I don't think I like that. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Oh, look at me jump. Okay. And then let me come on down. And then we'll go ahead and get rid of this extra cliff here. And some of that will be covered anyways when I put the second layer on. So this may not be a big deal at all. Let's see. Okay, so we've got that out of there. We can see those buildings up there. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my, let's put some of that concrete pattern down here. I think I'm going to put the sidewalk just so that it looks like there's sidewalk around these buildings up here. So we're going to go ahead and do that around the edges. And that, I think, will help cover it so it's not so weird looking up here. All right. And I can always put the little partition thing out front here too. So either way, we'll get it figured out. Again, this is my very first experience doing this kind of thing. So I'm sure I will get the critique of many. We'll see, but it's a learning curve. But that was the whole point of this, right? So I can do like different stuff and then see how I like it, and if it turns out okay, then maybe do it again in the future. So all right, let's put another loft bed. Nope, I'm gonna have to do it this direction. All right, and then we're gonna push that back here. All right, and then we're gonna push it over. All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing here, if it will allow me. Okay, perfect. And then just push that back. Beauty. Okay. And then let's put our simple panels. Hopefully, cross your fingers, it works. I've never done everything like so close to these bridges before, so it's a little on the close side, but it's working. Okay, does this have the flowers? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of the look we're going for. I actually think I may have needed to take this middle part out and cram them more together, because I think that's kind of how they are in real life, you know? Or, oh gosh, you know this is going to bother me, you guys. The perfectionism is not... All right, give me a second. Let me rearrange. All right, you guys, I'm back. I went ahead and did a 3 in a row instead up here. I thought it looked a little bit better. I'm finishing up the kind of sidewalk area around, just trying to make it look, you know, like it is a little more city-like, obviously. Still not sure exactly what I'm going to do here in front of Nooks, but we definitely need to make it look more city. Over here then, let me finish the front of these. So I've got a couple more loft beds. We'll put, oops, I gotta go this way. Look, I went to the next day because it was getting to be nighttime, but I got another flower. So, I'm definitely in the 5-star zone, which is pretty cool. It's so funny because, you know, you struggle to get that in the game normally, but then you're not even trying and there it is. So it's just interesting how that works. I think I might be out of loft beds, so let me go grab some more. I'll be right back. Okay, I found some more of the loft beds, and now I'm going to just put the matching little simple panels up here. I think I have them in somewhat of an order where I know what goes where, but I'm not exactly sure. So let's see what comes up here. It's a surprise every time. All right, and then this one I think is the lighter one. Oh yeah, went over a little bit though. Here we go. Okay, and then this one will be this one. There we go. All right, and then this one here, I think is this. Yeah. Sometimes the struggle is real on these designs, just trying to get the patterns all printed out and everything set up so it's, not going to look weird or whatnot. We'll put some things on the sides and stuff to kind of fill in so it won't look so, barren and weird. But so far, that's our city building brownstones there. And we have this. Now, in this section here, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3 sections. I want to change the street a little bit. So let me put on my hat again, my helmet. I had to go to the daytime because it was getting to be night. And I was like, oh God, this is going to be so dark here. So I did change that up a little bit. But let's see if we can get the street squared away here. So what I would like to do is I want to make this sort of like a little parking structure, I guess. So I'm just going to get my act together first of all. I just can't seem to do that. There we go. And then we'll go to this one. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of make it like a little parking spot over here. I thought that would look kind of cute, and then we'll probably put in like a little car or something like that. The only problem is let me see if I don't think I have the right corner. Let's see. That's not what we wanted to do. Okay. Let's just do this where it is. Let me just put this here first of all and then see how we can work this out. There are probably little turn ones that you can get, but I don't have enough space. So sadly enough, it is not going to look as perfecto as I would. Like normally there would be like a little corner joint right here that I would put. but I just I do not have the space for this, sadly enough. So let me see if this can be used for like a little, yeah, I think this is just going to be a parking spot for one car or something like that. So let me put the side on this down, and then we'll just kind of fill in the space in the middle there. And then, yeah, sidewalks will go that direction, and then I'll just fill the middle in with the dark spot, and that'll call that a day. And then we're gonna head over here and just basically do the same thing. So we'll fill that in all the way back. And so those will be like a couple of parking, whoops, that's not gonna be the right one. A couple of parking spots for our little tenants, you know, of these places. And then on the side, I think I'm gonna make a little like bike parking or something like that. That way, you know, they have a little place for their bikes. So I thought that would be kind of cute. But it could change here. I gotta see, you know, how this is looking first. Okay, this is just gonna be dark road right there. Yas. Okay, and same with this one, and then this one is going to be the lines again. Yeah, oh shoot. Major kudos to those of you that do Citycore all the time and all the pattern laying down. It is a lot of work to figure out and do the patterns properly. I'm just struggling with this tiny little spot. I don't know how you guys all do like these big old areas and stuff. It's crazy town. But anyways, okay, in this spot, let's see. I haven't really decided what I want to do in here. Maybe I'll make it like a little mini-me parking area, and we can put like a little scooter or bikes or something in here. So let's do this for now and just see. I kind of want to even with that though, so I could make it another spot actually. Let me see if I can just extend the cliff out a little bit. I may just not be able to, you know, join it out the way the other one is, but I could just join the cliff out far enough to make it look decent, you know. Maybe the little fence will cover the rest of it, so. Oh, there's not going to be any perfection here, y'all. If you're expecting that, well, welcome to JoJo Crosses. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's hard. It's hard to make it perfect. It's not happening. Okay. Let's see. Bo is just very interested in this area. He has been for like the last, I've time traveled like 3 or 4 days to try to get some supplies and stuff. And he has been over here a ton. So he's very interested in our little Citycore. Maybe he wants to be a little city boy. You want to be a little city boy, Bo? He would be super cute. Okay. Let me put my sidewalk in down below over here. I don't have one that has like the proper adjoinment for this. So I think I'm just going to use the regular tiles that go here and hope that that just does the trick here and doesn't look too weird. Yeah, so we'll just kind of block this up over here. I am going to try to put in, you know, some sort of greenery in here and stuff, but just very minimal because we've already got this campsite back here with a bunch of trees behind us, and I don't really need a ton of that, so it's okay. Where are we at here? Ooh, I can do one more square. That makes me so happy, actually, that I could do that. All right, I'm gonna do this as a double layer here, just because I think it's gonna make it look a little bit better. And then we're going to grab, actually I already grabbed, I got a couple of fences. I'm gonna put those in the parking area. And that'll be like just kind of an end point. Oops, that's not right. this girl. Joy-Cons, work with me. Okay, there we go. It's like, oh my gosh, come on. All right, and then we're also gonna carry the sidewalk on over here. This, yeah, I don't think I can go under that bridge, which is sad and unfortunate. All right, we'll go ahead and do this, and then my line is going to be like right here. This back line here actually belongs to this acre, so I can't really get into that. And then, yeah, now on this section, I just want to build out this cliff a little bit more just so it looks like it belongs there, because I'm going to go ahead and put the fence against it. I can't, can I go one more? Let me see. Yeah, I can go one more. And then that's pretty much it on that. All right, and then here is where I'm talking about the fence. So I'm going to put these little, where are they? I got them. Oh, there's one. Let me see what color this one is. Yeah, black. Okay. So we're going to put that there. Oh, it doesn't really fill it in the right way, though. I kind of wish it filled that whole space. That kind of bums me out. I thought it was the right width. So let's see. Put that there. All right. Well, like I said, I'm not going to get my perfection that I want, which is kind of a bummer, but oh well. Okay. And then we'll put a bush or something in there too. I think I can put a fence in here. Yeah, we'll put that back here just to make it look a little gated in, I guess. And we can also put one here, I think. That would be good. Okay, cool. Kind of makes that all kind of go together. I like that. All right, and this side doesn't really have anywhere to work with. Okay, now I have to do something with nooks, because I kind of want to cover up a little bit. I think. I don't know what I can put out in front of it though to camouflage it. I got storefronts. Can't do that. I had a feeling they wouldn't go there. Let's see. Okay, that one will. However, you can't get up there then. Yeah, you can't even. Oh, I guess you can, but it does look weird. Looks weird. Yeah, no, it's a no. Okay, so then the other thing is I could do some more simple panels, or I could do some more fencing. Let me see what I have in my handy dandy pockets. The storefronts aren't working. Here's a fence. Let me see if I put a fence here. I mean, it doesn't get rid of it, does it? It doesn't, but it does kind of industrialize it a little bit more. I could try putting down, will the partitions go here? That is a question. Let's see. Plant partition. I can't remember. Okay, those don't cover a doggone thing. Not one single iota. All that does is just kind of put a little accentuation there. All right, not what we're going for. Okay. Yeah, I think I might need some more fencing. Yeah, it's so hard. Like I said, this is not my norm. So, okay, let me grab a few things I need. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just gonna place down a few things to try to, get this looking a little more like we're in the city here. So I thought, you definitely need a few poles here and there, right? Let's see how far I can, that's as far as I can push that. All right, and then I went ahead and put up these little medieval building sides. I might go change them to the brick. I think that might look better, but I kind of like that. What I don't like though is the big gap back here. Yeah, I'm not so sure on how that's looking. So I don't know if maybe in here I leave it open and I put the medieval side just over on this one. Maybe I can put like another medieval side right here. Maybe this would be a good spot for it. Let's see. To kind of just, I don't know, make it look a little more cohesive, I guess. Let me move this out and over a little bit. Oh, see, then there's that gap there, though. Why? Why can the fence not cover this whole thing? Oh, okay. I wonder, did it look better popped out a little bit? Let me see. It won't go back. I don't know. Not so sure. I can't extend this back anymore either, so I think I'm gonna get rid of these. I just don't really care for them. We'll fill in the sides with some greenery and things like that, I guess, and that will be a little bit more. Maybe I can put it back here, and this will just kind of you know, make it look like the buildings keep going back. Oh, I don't like that gap. Let's do that. Okay. I think I can put this one back here. Oh. Work with me. Work with me, not against me. Alright, that one's back like that. Okay. And then I was thinking, you know, since I'm going to have this, maybe I'll go ahead and put like a, we'll put like a drink machine and some trash bags, stuff like that in the back here. Let me see what I have. I've got an ABD I could set up back here. And then I've got like a little drink machine that I can put here. Let's push that back. All right. I'm still not so sure I love the front of this building just being out. It just looks like, I don't know. I guess it could be like a little corner store. It does kind of all go together, right? Okay. And then I've got this little topiary that I had gotten. So I was going to put that in here. I thought that might just kind of help fill this little area. And then I could probably put another one maybe right here. Actually, maybe I can put another one of these poles. Maybe the pole would work. Oh, work with me. Let's see, utility pole. There we go. Okay, that's in as far as that'll go. And then I do have a car to put in here. I don't know which way it's gonna go. But let's see, we'll put a mini car here. Do we want it pulled in or out? Let's see. Maybe we'll do it this way and then I can push it in. Here we go. So it looks like they pulled in, you know. Let's pull it out just one. There we go. And then I guess the same's gonna happen with this one. Let's put, let's see, I got a couple different cars, I do believe. So, luxury car. Put that one in there. Pulled in. Okay, very good. Now this one, I could go ahead and put like a little scooter or something in here, which I think I did grab. There it is. Scooter parked in there. I think that's cute. Okay, perfect. And then, let's see, now I just need to put out a few more little things. Let's put another utility pole back here. Okay. Alright. And then I do want like a little crosswalk. I didn't get a little crosswalk. I should probably get a little pattern for a crosswalk maybe right in here or something. Let's see. Okay. We want that more on the sidewalk. There we go. And I think I'm gonna push it this way just a bit. And then I'm gonna get a crosswalk for right here and I'm gonna put that in. I think I have enough room for that pattern, so let me do that. Okay, so I got my little crosswalk pattern, so we're just gonna put that here. Hopefully that kind of looks like a crosswalk. It's kind of small. I could do it like 3 wide or something here if I wanted. Let's see. But I don't know how big I need to make this. Let's see. Let me try it and see what it looks like here. I feel like if it gets too big, it's going to make this street look weird. I think the 2 wide I like. I'm going to fix where the little crosswalk is there. But I also need to fix the spread on these stripes now. So I'm going to do that. So these are going to be the wrong location, honestly. Okay, so let me put the stripes back, but kind of more spread out here. Alright, so we want this space, and we're going to go here. Space here. Space here. And then I kind of don't need any down there. Yeah, I think that's good, because this is more like a little pull-in driveway, cul-de-sac kind of thing. Alright, and then we're going to fix this so that it's more like right there. That way you cross over here to get to that section. I would love if you could center it like right here, but I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, and then we've got this little section here, this. Okay, perfect. Now what I think we're going to do is just kind of fill in these spaces with some things that I grabbed that would, I think, look kind of nice around over here. So let me go grab those things. Actually, I have a lot of them, but let me, I wanted to just put a little like garbage can and some trash bags and stuff up here. But I didn't leave myself a ton of space. So I wonder if I put it here, is it going to block everything? Let's see. I think it might. Let me see here. There. Let's do the steel trash can here. It can be out this way. And then I'm thinking, you know, we'll probably put I don't really want to put like garbage out in front. I don't feel like they would be like that, you know. And this, you're gonna walk back here, use your ATM, get your drinks. So maybe we'll put a couple of little trash bags over here just to be like, okay, they've taken the garbage out and they're just kind of throwing it to the side over here. Do that. Okay. And then let's see what other things we have here. I have a little fire hydrant. I was gonna put that over here on the street side. I feel like maybe right here would be kind of cute actually. To put the little fire hydrant. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. And then let's let's put a phone box. I think a good spot probably would be like right here. I think that would be cute. Just like you'd find it out here on the street. Yeah, no, that's perfect right where it was. All right, and then I think we could put a few little planter partitions out here just to kind of line the street. So I think I'm gonna do them along the edge here, kind of as a little, I don't know, just as a little blockade sort of thing. And we can do like planter partitions every other or so. Whoops. Hello. I guess I could have got like a different design. It might have been better to do like the brick or something. Then that would look a little more city. How many of these do I have? I have plant partition. Yeah, I might need a few more of these. All right, I've got 3 there. I feel like this would be a good break for not having them. And then I could do, you know, a couple more on this edge over here. But I don't think I have more than like, yeah, 1 more maybe. Yeah, I think that's all I have here. So we can try that and see how does that look there. Yeah, I need a couple more, maybe at least 1 more to go right here. So let me grab that. Okay guys, well I'm back. I went ahead and decided to put down this little concrete wall over here. I just thought, you know, it's probably something that the city would do to kind of divide, you know, the concrete jungle away from the campground kind of thing. So I went ahead and put that there. I also put a truck out and this little scooter on the way out in and out of town. You know, we've got our little cars parked here. I put some hedging on the side instead of, you know, planting things just because I feel like it looked a little more city. And then we've got this little area up here where we've got our little brownstones. And in between Nook's Cranny, there's just a little area like an alleyway kind of thing. You can grab a newspaper here, head on into the shop, that kind of thing. I put a little bench over here on the side next to resident services. I figured people might want to sit there. And then the gates, you know, the fences to kind of help hide that hill. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this build. It looks like my villagers are actually really enjoying the city over here. They've all been kind of just trolling around, looking at all the stuff. They're enjoying it. So hopefully you did too. You guys have a great week and weekend, and I hope that you'll join me for the next video. Let me see what we're gonna do next time, just so you can see and I can see. Let me get to the right thing here. So we're in Citycore number 15 on the right. And the next one is just going to be Normcore with a villager and no items. So that's crazy. That means that no items. That means it can't have a leaf. So everything over there that goes in cannot have a leaf. So that's going to be interesting to try to design an entire acre. It's probably going to be very natural, I would say. So join me next time when we have that challenge. And otherwise, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and we'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.